The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of UA Local 502 Louisville basketball game night starts now.
Louisville basketball game night on tap here this evening as we are live at PRP High School, the Charles W. Miller Complex on the campus of PRP. Justin Kalen, Mark Evans alongside you as we get set for what should be a fun ball game. The 12-3 J-Town Chargers set to do battle with the 13-3 PRP Panthers. Coach, welcome into the broadcast. Expecting a fun one here tonight.
I think we have a great one, Justin. On paper, it looks like an even match completely. You know, both of the teams average 69. Both of the teams give up 56. Panthers rebound a little bit better, but, you know, that's on paper. Chargers shoot it a little bit better, and that's on paper. So when all's said and done, I think we're going to have a great one.
Yeah, really looking forward to this one as we have just wrapped up our JV game. Now the varsity teams making their way out onto the floor as we are just over 23 minutes away from tip-off here this evening. Looking forward to what should be a fun ball game. We'll step aside for our first break here, come back on the other side, and Coach got a chance to catch up with Jeffersontown head coach Richard Duncan prior to the game tonight. We'll hear that interview on the other side. Stick with us. Louisville basketball game night continues on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Blunt Dental Group is a high-quality, family-owned dental practice. We are committed to educating our patients, as well as investing in the latest technology to provide more efficient dental care. Our team of licensed dentists and hygienists includes 2010 male high graduate Tyler Blunt, located in the heart of Linden at 8013 New LaGrange Road, Suite 6. For an appointment, call 502-425-7068 or go online at bluntdentalgroup.com. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles.
Innovation is what allowed us to reach for the stars. And now, to reach for the ignition without changing your oil for what feels like forever. Introducing Oil Guard, a Ferris exclusive. This innovative Vanguard oil system lets you go 5 times longer between oil changes. Along with Ferris's patented suspension system, you'll cut faster, mow longer, and reduce maintenance.
.1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com. Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit OperationParent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 male high graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Polo Real Estate Group, your one-stop real estate source. Founded by 1993 male graduate Dion Reese. Contact him at 502-387-6330 or visit online at polorealestategroup.com.
Yes, this is Mark Evans at Glycod. I have the pleasure tonight to have a short little interview with Coach Duncan of the Chargers. They have the Panthers tonight and the Panthers home, and it's a big game. It's a big game as far as the regionals go. We all know that in the end is when it really counts, but it's still a measuring point, I would think. Coach, I like the team. I think they played really well. That's my opinion. I've seen you play 3 or 4 times this year. And what are your thoughts on how you're progressing?
I really like the way we're progressing this year. We started the season out a lot of new guys, and they had to get familiar with each other and understand what J-Town basketball is all about. And J-Town basketball has always been about defense since I've been there, and we're picking it up on the defensive end. I like the direction we're headed in.
Well, it's a good time to head there. You're about midway through, and you went through a tough LIT, and I think there's 3 top teams in this region, probably you guys, Butler, and probably the Panthers that you're playing tonight.
It's J-Town.
As far as tonight goes, what about those Panthers? What do you think you need to do?
Oh, wow. The first time we're going to have to take care of the backboard, man. They got them 2 big, huge kids down low, and they're very skilled, and they're aggressive as far as attacking the rebound and pursuing the ball. So that's going to be a challenge within itself because of the size and the physicality of those two. We gotta really contain the backboard. And then I think if we can take care of the backboard, I think we can get out and hurt them in transition.
Yeah, that was my question. I like the way you run. I know they like to run too, but I did see what you see as far as the boards. But I think you get to the boards, you find the gaps. The last game I saw you play, you got to the boards pretty well. I know that on paper they outboard you, but they also miss more shots than you make.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's something that we're really stressing in practice every day is taking care of the backboard. We're not as big and as athletic as we've been in the past, so we gotta gain rebound. It's everybody, even the point guards. You got to get in here and help us rebound. And if we do that, if we're able to do that, we're going to do pretty hard to beat.
Well, Coach, I really enjoyed talking to you, and best of luck tonight and the rest of the season. And I know I'm going to the state tournament, and maybe I'll get to see you up there playing on the court.
And I hope so.
All right, take care, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Buying or selling a new home, and you want to do it with few hassles? Count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
You cannot depend on Carl to make peace with his seatbelt.
Today.
Or on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup?
Or on Stephanie's perfect parking spot to stay perfect. But you can depend on their car starting because they have Interstate batteries. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time. While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Blind direct, not just blind. Blind direct, not just blind.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
And back here inside the Charles W. Miller Complex on the campus of PRP, Justin Kalen, Mark Evans back alongside you as we got to hear from Coach Duncan in that last segment. It's now time for your Inside Look. An Inside Look to tonight's game is presented by Blinds Direct. Looking for the best in-home decor at Blinds Direct. They offer custom blinds, wallpaper, and more, proudly supporting Louisville for over 30 years. Visit blindsdirect.com for more. Coach, let's first start for the visiting J-Town Chargers. Inside look on them coming into this one.
Okay, Justin, I think tonight's going to be a game of rebounding and a game of transition. For Jeffersontown, must keep PRP off the offensive boards. That's a must. Must limit turnovers against PRP's pressure. That's going to be extremely important, too, because of possessions.
How about for PRP? Both these teams kind of mirror each other. Inside look on them.
Yeah, PRP, they have to have excellent transition defense. J-Town runs the court extremely well if J-Town can rebound and get the ball out. And as far as PRP goes, their biggest advantage is boards, and they need to dominate them on both ends of the court.
Yeah, much bigger PRP team than this J-Town team, so we'll see how it shakes out, as that's a look at your Inside Look. By the way, this broadcast is authorized by Pleasure Ridge Park High School with production rights owned by Glycod Media. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all participating student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you for listening. We'll step aside for our next break, and I got a chance to catch up with PRP head coach Larry Kinley prior to this game tonight. You'll hear that conversation next as we continue to get you set for Louisville Basketball Game Night here on Glycod.
Not just blind. Blind direct, not just blind.
You cannot depend on Carl to make peace with his seatbelt. Or on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup?
Or on Stephanie's perfect parking spot to stay perfect. But you can depend on their car starting because they have Interstate batteries. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville. You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
Listen to it. My God.
Back here at PRP High School as we continue to get you set for Louisville Basketball Game Night. Justin Kalen here with you, and now joined by PRP head coach Larry Kinley. Coach, in your sixth season, off to a 108-46 start for your career, and another good start for you this season at 13-3. What's been working for your guys as of late?
You know, we're just blessed to have a bunch of good kids, honestly. They get along really well, and they share the ball, and it's really been good for us. I mean, we've got a good mix of inside and outside, and that's really been the key to our season.
You mentioned the inside. That's Jackson McCutcheon leading the way in scoring for you all. Kewan Shepard has also been really good. Both those guys, seniors, leading the way. Who are a couple of other guys that you've really keyed on this season that have been key contributors for you?
You know, Tristan Warfield's done a great job for us. He's the other big kid inside. You know, he leads us in block shots. He's a really good passer, and he makes a lot of things go. And then, you know, Nico Jenkins, who's a sophomore, has done a nice job for us at one of the guard spots. Quay Gabriel is another sophomore, has done a good job. Zach Goodman off the bench has done a really good job. And Keon Gray. I mean, those have been our staples the whole year.
Yeah, and you've got 7 guys on this team, north of 6 points a game. So it seems like you've got really good balance with this group.
We do. And that's one of the things we've hung our hat on. Again, that's what I'm saying. Everybody gets along well. They share the ball. Nobody comes in talking about shots or whatever touches. So it's been a blessing to have a group like this.
What have you seen in this J-Town team? What do you know about them, Coach Duncan, all that? What have you seen in the Chargers?
You know, we haven't got to see a lot. You know, we've had to prepare for a lot of different teams here coming up. But, you know, they're always good. They got some new kids in. They shoot the ball really well. They seem to score the ball well. And they're having a great season as well.
Yeah. Any grandiose expectations for this one, Coach?
No, I mean, you know, it's just trying. You know, we try to win every game we come up against. We've got a good, tough schedule right now. I feel like it's going to help us in the postseason. Last week with Fairdale was the start of it. I think we're just going to have a lot of strong games, and this is another one, so we can just see if we can step up to the challenge.
All right, Coach. Winners of 3 straight. Best of luck. Thanks for your time here tonight, and we'll be back on the other side with your starting lineups as we get you set for Louisville Basketball Game Night here from PRP on Glycod.
Go ahead, pour it on, as thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham, always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a side of ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time. While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the Kentucky Army National Guard. Serve your country while going to school or work full-time. Find your fit at nationalguard.com.
Louisville basketball game night tonight here from the Charles W. Miller Complex on the campus of PRP. Justin Kalen, Mark Evans back alongside you as we got a chance to hear from both head coaches there in our pregame. Mark, anything stand out about those interviews to you?
I thought they were dead on. I thought both coaches were dead on. Pretty much right to our keys. You know, what you see on paper, I think it's going to be a heck of a ball game. I think that the rebounding is going to be a big key, and transition is going to be a big key.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and jump into our starting lineups. Tonight's starting lineups are presented by Interstate Batteries. Get started with Interstate Batteries. They're outrageously dependable. First for the visiting J-Town Chargers, it's going to be number 0, Prince Conflaye, a 6'2 senior. Number 1, Davon Harrison, a 5'9 junior. Number 2, Demir Clark, a 6'1 junior. Number 3, Brayon Faulkner, he is a junior. And Laron Westmoreland, a 6'3 sophomore. Make anything of that starting lineup, Coach?
Yeah, I like them. We saw them against the Indiana Christian Academy from Indiana.
Yep.
I think they play really well together. They're well connected. They share the basketball. I think they know each other, and I think they'll play some great defense together.
Yeah, for sure. As now we'll take a look at the PRP Panthers, 13-3 on the season. They're going to trot out number 20, Keon Gray. He is a 6'1 junior. Number 22, Kewan Shepard, a 5'7 senior. Number 23, Nako Jenkins, a 5'10 sophomore. Number 34, and the team's leading scorer, Jackson McCutcheon. He is a 6'9 senior. And number 42, a 6'7 senior in Tristan Warfield. Coach, a lot of height in that starting lineup.
Well, Justin, they look like a college team, and a good college team. They have great size, and with that size, it's not just bulk size, it's athleticism. I mean, they run the court well, they rim run well, they can pretty much do it all, and they defend and protect the rim well. So I look for one fantastic ball game.
Yeah, should be a fun one as we've got just over a minute left on our pregame clock. We'll step aside for our final pregame break here, come back on the other side, and we will get you some series information as well as your opening tip-off. Stick with us. We've got Louisville basketball game night action coming up on the other side right here on Glycod.
Check it. Ooh.
Need a better battery? Get an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Should have had an Interstate.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
From Glycon, it's UA Local 502 Louisville Basketball Game Night. UA Local 502. They do it right the first time. Tonight's game is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. The Army National Guard, where the next greatest generation is now. German American Bank, building our community together. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. IBEW Local 369, power up your potential. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles. State Farm Insurance Agent Mike Shelton, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And Holy Smokes Barbecue. Now courtside for all the action from Glycon on UA Local 502 Louisville Basketball Game Night.
Check it. Ooh.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycon.
Back here at PRP as we have wrapped up our national anthem. Now set for the starting lineups here to be announced in stadium, or in stadium. It's just a small stadium, right, Mark?
It's a complex.
There we go, complex. Charles W. Miller Complex. Couldn't find my words there. Justin Kalen, Mark Evans back alongside you as we get set for the 12-3 J-Town Chargers, set to do battle with the 13-3 PRP Panthers in what should be a fun ball game. It's been a fun series over the years since 2011, Coach. A 9-8 advantage for J-Town in this series. Back and forth we go in these games.
And they usually see each other more than one time in the year, too. It's usually a battle for the regional and the opportunity to go to the Sweet 16.
The last win for PRP in this matchup was back in 2022. It was a 55-44 win back on December 2nd. As I had to pull out my flashlight there as they dim the lights here at PRP for the Panthers starting lineups. I'm a sucker for dim lights and starting lineups, Coach.
It's tough. It makes it tough on us guys with bad eyes when you get 66 years old.
As the first starter coming off the bench for PRP, he's going to be, that was Keon Gray, followed out by Keywan Shepard. He's going to be followed out by Nako Jenkins. And the fourth one up off the bench, waiting for him now, that's going to be big number 34, Jackson McCutcheon, a 6'9 senior. And the final starter, Tristan Warfield, a 6'7 junior. Thanks for your assistance with the flashlight there, Coach, so I could get those starters to you one more time. And we are just about set for this one. J-Town in their road black uniforms, PRP and the home white uniforms with the red numbering and lettering on those jerseys as we get set for what should be a fun night of basketball here at PRP. Warfield jumping it up with Westmoreland, and it will be Chargers basketball to start things off.
PRP opened them up in a man-to-man, pretty much expected. They will play a little zone. They'll mix it up a little bit from time to time, but their primary is definitely man-to-man.
Was Davion Glenn starting in place of Brayon Faulkner, so Davion Glenn, a sophomore, will get the starting nod, wearing number 5 in black, as here goes Davon Harrison all the way to the hoop as Warfield clears the first rebound. Coach, you mentioned both these teams right around 69 points per game, both of them allowing right around 56.
Absolutely.
As the three-pointer missed, but the offensive rebound here as Jenkins clears that one. Now over to the left side. That three fired up. Other ball batted around. So that was Kewan Shepard on that last miss. Now Chargers engaging again once more all the way to the hoop, but Demir Clark unable to get it to fall.
Yeah, we're going to have a fast-paced one here. J-Town playing their quality man-to-man defense. They don't like to switch. They like to play them straight up.
Should have done my neck stretches prior to this one as Warfield gets the board. Now another Warfield rebound. This time he'll keep it and try to go up with it himself and draw the foul. As that one's going to go against Westmoreland, his first foul of the contest.
But not surprisingly, Justin, they've the PRP Panthers take a lot of threes, almost twice what the J-Town Chargers take. So they've already shot 3 right off the bat.
And on the season for PRP, right around 35% from deep. J-Town a smidge better, right around 40 for the season.
Yeah, PRP's taken 284 and J-Town 163, but PRP has played one more game.
Warfield knocks down a pair here at the free throw line, so a 2-0 lead for the Panthers. Decent student section across the way from us off to the left. Decent crowd here in general.
Pretty good crowd. This usually draws a good crowd. A lot of these kids come out of the same neighborhoods and they've grown up together. Actually, it sounds funny, but that's Louisville, with people moving from place to place.
Yep. What do they say? The smallest big town?
Smallest big town. And with buses and things like that, the kids might come from different places.
So it'll be Westmoreland going to the free throw line here for the Chargers. As that first one comes off the front iron.
It'll be interesting to see if Jeffersontown tries to press. I don't see it. I think they're going to get back and play straight up, but they are very capable of it.
Seems dangerous to press against a team that's wanting to get up and down the floor like PRP, right?
Well, they're carbon copies, though. They both can run the court.
That's a good point. As Warfield right in front of us. Gets it off to Gray. Gray now picks up his dribble, unable to find one of his teammates. That was Shepard firing it up and long.
Yeah, great basket cut, just he couldn't finish.
Now Davion Glenn was able to get the pass out to the perimeter, but he's going to be called for the charge.
Yeah, that happens a lot anymore. If more kids would take charges, they would get them called because a lot of kids run through now. They like to drive and kick, and that's what happens sometimes if they don't make a stop.
Coach Duncan not all that excited about the call right in front of us here on the scores table as back come the Panthers the other direction. They lead by 1. As now driving in, gets it stripped away was Jenkins, and here comes Complaye. That ball, was that blocked away, Coach?
That was an unbelievable block, Justin. Talking about a vertical leap.
For a couple more.
Yeah, they're going to have to figure out Warfield. They're trying to front him, but they're pulling the weak side help away, so there's no help. So if they're going to front him, they're going to lob him. And so they're going to have to figure that out, and that would be J-Town's defense.
They ruled that was on the floor?
Well, I believe it was.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
I thought he was going up for the shot, but either way, it will be PRP underneath their own basket. Now a 3 from the corner. And another foul. It's going to be Complaye, the guilty party this time. And that one's definitely shooting.
Well, you never want to foul jump shooters, and you definitely want to foul three-point jump shooters.
It's going to be Kewan Shepard heading to the free throw line here for PRP. As he'll have 3, knocks down the first. Couple more here as the official holds up the 2 fingers. And that's second good as well.
Also, you got Jeffersontown with 4 fouls already with this much time. That's a big deal.
We'll see how that shakes out the rest of the quarter. Has 2 of 3 from the line here for Shepard.
PRP stays man-to-man.
As now a miss here.
What?
5:20 left here in this first quarter as it's a 4-1 ball game. On top with it here is Jenkins. The sophomore works it to his right.
Looking high-low, J-Town. PRP, that's my bad.
Warfield was looking for it. Now McCutcheon able to get it off to a cutting teammate. I believe that was Kewan Shepard, and it was. Oh, I stand corrected. It was Keon Gray with the aggressive drive, so he'll go to the stripe for a pair.
Well, it's always a great benefit when your post players can make passes like that.
Yeah.
A great job of flashing high, catching, and hitting the back cut.
Now Gray walking up to the stripe. And that first one hit about every part of the rim it could have before falling off.
3 taps and out.
Complaye will head to the sideline. Brayon Faulkner coming into the game, the junior.
Well, Justin, we've had a lot of action, but we haven't had a lot of scoring.
That's true. Not exactly what we were expecting as the second free throw up and in. Keon Gray's got his first point of the game.
PRP just falling back in their man. I look for mainly man unless need a pace change tonight.
There's Davion Glenn sending it over to Faulkner, newly checked in. Now on top, Westmoreland. Looking to get it down low for Harrison as it's knocked away. But it'll stay here with the Chargers.
Yeah, Davion Harrison needed to work his man down a little bit to break for that ball, because if not, they're going to read a lane and burn him on a layup.
As Harrison will trigger the inbound here for Glenn. Gives it right back to Harrison.
Coming off the high screen, looking for the three or looking for the dump.
He's got a mismatch with the big on him. Instead, he'll give it up for Glenn. Back to Harrison, looking to go to work. Tied up, but somehow able to get that one out for Clark.
Yeah, PRP's defense is tight right now. There's no gaps whatsoever, and another turnover by J-Town.
Davion Glenn was trying to get that outside back to Davon Harrison, as it was indeed taken away. Now a bunch of contact down low, no call. Letting them play on that possession.
Yeah, with in doubt, no call. That's exactly what that was. Strong, hard drive, just couldn't get his arms up.
Halfway through this first quarter of play as the ball inbounded here for McCutcheon. He'll drop it for Warfield, who lays it off. Now Gray has to keep it alive, but gives it right to a Charger player, Davon Harrison. How about that, going right at the 6'9" Jackson McCutcheon, and he'll earn a trip to the free throw line.
Well, J-Town sure does like to run, and that's what to run is off of turnovers and long rebounds, and that's what happened, a turnover. Actually, a great job by PRP with a high-low and a cut, but it didn't work out for him.
Harrison steps to the stripe. J-Town 1 of 2 on the evening so far, make it 2 of 3. A substitution here for PRP as Keon Gray will head to the sideline as 6'1" senior Zach Goodman, wearing number 24, checks in. And Harrison gets them both.
Yeah, he's a good free throw shooter. Shoots at 78%.
That'll do.
Pretty good.
And now a loose ball right in front of us. Guys all over the floor. And they're going to say last touch by PRP, so it goes back to J-Town here.
Yeah, you got to keep the ball in the corners. You can't dribble across half court and pull your dribbles. It's asking to be trapped, and that's exactly what happened. And J-Town got PRP's third turnover.
Davion Glenn now in possession. Back with Glenn here on top for Harrison. He'll drive in on McCutcheon again. This time misses. And a sure-handed rebound there by the big fella.
We got to give it to J-Town. They saw the mismatch. It was small on big. Tried to blow by the big, and the big able to stop it. Now he comes down and hits a big shot. McCutcheon knocked down a three-pointer.
I mean, when you're 6'9", Coach, that's pretty well an unblockable shot.
Well, especially when you're not guarded.
Is now driving in. J-Town again with the offensive rebound. Now Harrison, the nifty spin move, and he'll be fouled.
On another three-pointer.
Yeah. Already the second here in this first quarter.
Yeah, each team doing each team a favor.
What's fair is fair, right?
Absolutely. Once again, probably shouldn't foul these jump shooters, especially when they're shooting 78% from the free throw line. Not a good foul.
As he misses the first one, I'm blaming that on you.
I'm sure I cost him. Well, I did say he shot, 78%. I didn't say 100.
Couple more here for Harrison. Looks like some confusion. Didn't know if it was a three-pointer.
Yeah, let's see if J-Town's setting up for a press this time. Looks like a 2-2-1 on a make, but we'll see.
And Harrison will come up short.
And they're going to fall on out. They're going to stay in the 2-2-1. Okay.
Now PRP bringing it up. Jaquay Gabriel, newly in the game, number 11 in white, a 5'9" sophomore.
Smart play by Coach Duncan on that. I saw it coming, and it almost got him a turnover.
Low scoring first quarter here thus far. 8-4, PRP leading. Now going to bounce it down low for McCutcheon, who gets double teamed and can't finish, but he gets the stick back up and in. That's a way to foul your miss.
Yeah, he's a good looking player. He moves awful well for a big man at 6'9". Has a smooth stroke, good post moves. Passes well.
Now Harrison, his 3 points, looking for more. Nifty pass into the corner. That three comes off, however, but Faulkner with the rebound and stick back attempt, and another rebound for McCutcheon. Now quickly up come the Panthers. Goodman three. Warfield board. Now Warfield will look to go in attack mode. Lays it over the top. And not sure how McCutcheon missed that one. Great look at the bucket.
Would have been a nice time to use a glass, Justin. That's a tough touch shot right there that he missed.
Now Westmoreland with the offensive rebound and stick back try comes up short.
Got a lot of shooting going on. We just don't have a lot of making going on right now. A lot of attempts. A lot of that has to do with the quality defense on both ends.
Mm-hmm. Just over a minute left here in this first quarter.
And length. Length changes shots.
Absolutely.
A lot of these guys are going in changing the shot because of the length that they're dealing with.
Gabriel leaves this one off for Warfield, poked loose, but Warfield able to track it down, and that's going to be another foul called against J-Town. So more free throws upcoming here for PRP. It'll be a pair. And McCutcheon will head to the bench for a well-deserved rest. Keon Gray coming back onto the floor. As it'll be Warfield at the line. 2 of 2 so far. Yeah, 2 of 2 so far. Make it 3 of 3. Was doubting myself there for a minute.
Well, the J-Town assistant coach is imploring Harrison to shoot the ball. He's passing up too many outside shots, trying to force the drive, and a lot of big timber in there to drive on him.
Mm-hmm. See if Harrison heeds the advice or not, as we're down to 40 seconds left. And now he's just going to throw it over as Warfield goes all the way in for the finish. He's got 6 first quarter points, and PRP leads by 10. Now Harrison. He'll look to drive in, draws the foul on Gabriel, and that's going to be number 5 on PRP as well. So 2 free throws upcoming for J-Town now.
Yeah, Davion Harrison's 78% free throw shooter, so that's the guy you want up there, but I've said that before, and it didn't work out quite the same.
So I gave you that look, trying to jinx it again.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that to a J-Town boy.
As it will indeed be Harrison stepping to the stripe. 3 of 5 on the evening thus far.
Yeah, Justin, like see J-Town get a little bit more movement and swing the ball a little bit better on their offensive end. Right now they seem to be a little stagnant. It's more drive one-on-one, and that's tough against the size that they're driving on.
Jaden Harris coming into the game for PRP, wearing number 43 in white. As Harrison gets both free throws to fall. And now here we go for PRP coming up the floor.
Gonna hold for one here. Probably go about 8. Looking, going at 8.
And now down to 5. And now Gabriel loses it with 2. He's got to get one off. And will not, as that ball is blocked away. And that'll bring us to the end of quarter number 1. Should be 14-6 up on our scoreboard, if I'm not mistaken, as now they're going to get that corrected. And we'll step aside for a first quarter break here. Stick with us. We've got more Louisville basketball game night action coming up. Quarter number 2 on the other side on Glycod.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
And back here at the Charles W. Miller Complex for your Louisville basketball game night this evening here on Glycod. Justin Kalen, Mark Evans back alongside you as we have got a 14-6 lead for PRP entering this second quarter of action. Coach, a lot was expected of this game tonight. Both these teams very similar, but it was PRP holding an advantage in that first quarter. But all in all, pretty sloppy basketball.
Well, I think the defense is the game. I think it's all about the defense, the length, a lot of forced drives going on, and when you force things, you just usually don't get a lot out of it. Probably need to run their sets a little bit better, reverse the ball a little bit better, and make the defense move a little bit.
We'll see how it all shakes out here in this second quarter. Both teams have gotten good looks consistently.
Yeah, your shooting percentages are about as low as they could be at this point in time, but like I said, a lot of times, a lot of energy. This big ball game.
Yeah.
These are two of the top teams in the 6th region without a doubt.
Water will find its level, we imagine, as Keon Gray throws this one away. Demir Clark driving in, can't get it to fall. And now that ball batted out of bounds, last touched by the Chargers. Looked like Warfield had that rebound secured, but it was knocked out of his possession. Either way, Panthers will having quick speed help that, make that a little bit easier.
Well, absolutely. You know, the mark of a great player is foot the first step, offensively or defensively. When you're looking for a college product, you're looking for somebody with a quick first step.
That's what we saw there out of Jenkins as he knocks in the first free throw. Second one good as well. PRP shooting very well from the free throw stripe, now 9 of 11 on the game.
Tight ball games, free throws win them or lose them.
Demir Clark misses the jumper there. Now in possession with Jenkins as he has to go to the floor to keep it alive.
It's great energy, though, Justin. I'll tell you what, you're talking about playing on-ball defense. It's a battle out there.
Shepard misses the three there. Now quickly up for Davon Harrison. Circus shot at the rim, but he can't get it to fall. And now quick outlet up for McCutcheon in the corner. Three no good, but Warfield another offensive rebound and can't get the stick back. Really impressed with Warfield on the board so far tonight. As another jumper misses here. And Chargers come down with a rebound, but they're going to rule that he was on the inline there.
Well, for as much action as we have tonight, Justin, each team only has 4 turnovers. That's quite a surprise. I mean, it's tough out there. It's being really well called by the officials, and it's been a clean game, but it is a very physical, just like I said, it's all about defense tonight so far, and not being able to take enough time to finish a shot. Everything is challenged.
Trayon Mobley wearing number 21 in black on the floor. as is Britton Clark, a senior wearing number 22 for J-Town.
Great cut.
Great cut indeed by Keon Gray, who gets rewarded with the bucket. And a great find there by Warfield.
Yeah, these post players for PRP they really see. They got great vision of the court, and they see their cutters. They're great to have on the team, that's for sure.
And now they're going to be appreciative for Warfield on the defensive end as he forces the miss there. Now here he is leaving it out for Shepard, who sends it over to his left.
I just think J-Town needs to settle down on the offensive end and run a little bit of sets. It's all force right now.
Now Harrison, he'll attack the bucket again, and that one swatted away big time by Jenkins. And PRP playing with some fire right now. Coach Duncan wants a timeout to talk about it. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll sneak one in as well. Stick with us. Louisville basketball game night continues on after this on Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
Louisville basketball game night tonight from the Charles W. Miller Complex on the campus of PRP. Justin Kalen, Mark Evans back alongside you as PRP leading 18-6 up on our scoreboard. We were talking during the break there. J-Town still without a field goal here in this game, Coach.
Well, they just need to settle and take a breath, run their sets, get some ball movement. Right now, they're forcing the ball into size, and they're not able to get a good shot. And the officials aren't bailing them out with any fouls, which has been well called. J-Town doesn't shoot the ball from the outside very well, and that really hurts them.
There we go.
They make the first one, yeah.
Just needed a little reverse jinx there as Complier splashes it home.
Yeah, they need to hit a few from the outside to loosen it up on the inside if they think they're going to take it to the hole.
Jenkins in possession, gets the screen from Warfield.
Yeah, right now PRP sets, they're running a little bit better sets offensively, and they're getting a little bit more action out of it and positives out of it.
McCutcheon going to be whistled for the travel here. So we're nearly halfway through this second quarter of play. 18-8, PRP with the lead.
Yeah, McCutcheon just got caught off balance that time. He's leaning in, and they stepped away, and he lost his balance, and that's what caused that. It's a smart play by the defender, actually.
Plye looking to shoot over McCutcheon, and does, as he gives a glance over to the PRP bench. Back-to-back buckets.
Well, there you go. That's basket will look a little bit bigger maybe now for the Chargers. Once again, PRP ran their sets. Chargers playing their man-to-man defense.
We're down to 3:27 left here in this first half. 20-10 is the score up on the scoreboard.
It's wrong. You're right, Coach.
Believe it should be 20-10. That's what I've got in my score sheet. As now a block down low for McCutcheon. Quick outlet up. Here comes Jenkins. Euro step in the lane. Impressive stuff there as he's going to get fouled. Coach Duncan doesn't love the call. He's going to have a seat. Smart move.
Yeah, he's pretty fun coach to watch. He does a good job with the young men that he coaches. And Coach McKinley does the same. You can tell by the way the teams look at him when they talk to him, when they come off the court and on the court.
Jenkins able to knock down the first free throw. As Britton Clark, the senior, going to have a discussion with Coach Duncan and one of the assistant coaches here in front of us. And Jenkins will go 2 for 2.
I bet it goes the coach's way. What do you think, Justin?
You would know.
Most of the time.
PRP continues the good shooting from the free throw line.
Yeah, I'd like to see J-Town get the ball from the right to the left. It would help them a little bit get open looks.
Davion Glenn missing the jumper there. And now Jenkins trying to get past Clark and gets him off of him, at least for the time being. As now Clark coming back. Jenkins will get separation again as we're under 3 to play. Here in this first half, that's going to be a travel.
Yeah, that's a Euro step with an extra. And an extra.
Credit for the creativity, though.
Well, I think it's 100 miles an hour, nowhere to go. PRP, same thing, man-to-man again, and that's all you're going to see.
It's going to be Davion Glenn coming across the timeline as Coach Duncan trying to implore his team from this sideline.
Trying to run a set is what they're trying to do. Have a screen off the top.
On the screen as Demir Clark gets all the way to the bucket, and there's a good-looking drive.
Yeah, we saw that last time we watched J-Town. They like a lot of two-man game. They clear out from one side, and they run two-man.
Now Gabriel losing it on his pursuit to the bucket. Jaden Andrews, a 5'11 senior, comes onto the floor for PRP. It's going to be Nako Jenkins, rather, going over to the bench. As three-pointer here, splashed up and in by Kewan Shepard. He's now got 5. That leads up to 13. Glenn again will look for some action here on top. And he'll lose it. That might have been taken away by Gabriel. And now Gabriel going to have to quickly outlet it up.
Yeah, they're trying to clear out for Glenn and let Glenn go one-on-one. That's what they did the last 2 times on the J-Town side of it.
Gabriel leaves the free throw line. Jumper short, but guess who's there? Tristan Warfield with another offensive rebound.
Yeah, you got to get that weak side covered, and you got to get on them early because he's so big. You got to anticipate a little bit and cover your weak side board so you don't get burned offensive rebounds.
Now a drive to the bucket here by Demir Clark, and a hard fall for Jackson McCutcheon, but he pops right up. Looks like he may have just twisted that ankle a little bit.
Yeah, he stepped on a foot. That'd be a big sit out if he has to come out.
And now he motions over to Coach Kinley, says, Coach, I've got to go. As he's just going to walk straight back to the locker room.
Well, let's hope a little bit of tape job and can get back out on the court for this big ball game.
Zach Goodman comes in to replace him. As first free throw falls off for Demir Clark. Clark on the second will get that to fall. As now we're going to have a substitution. Davon Harrison back out onto the floor as he'll replace Demir Clark. Coming across the timeline with it is Shepard. Shepard to Goodman. Goodman has it poked loose, knocked out of bounds, but it stays here with PRP with 1 minute and 4 seconds left here in this first half. Pretty well been all PRP thus far.
Yeah, dominant performance, no doubt about it. You know, the J-Town's worst nightmare, too. They couldn't make a shot until the second quarter.
Now cross-court pass, good one into the corner. It comes off, and now Chargers will charge ahead. Harrison with 50 seconds left in the half.
Trying to post, had a little bit of a mismatch in down under, but they didn't see it.
Harrison comes back.
Looking for the straight line drive, looking for the gap.
Down to 35. As he gets it in the hands of Davion Glenn, who will look to go to work. Pull-up jumper, and rebounded once again by Warfield. Down to 20 seconds left. All in the hands of Jaquay Gabriel.
Let's see if they go a little sooner than 8 this time, Justin. Last time they waited to 8, fumbled the ball a little bit and cost them getting a shot off.
Well, there is the 8-second mark. Now they go as Gabriel all the way to the bucket, can't finish. Warfield gets a crack at it, and now Gabriel is going to give it back to J-Town. So he was still out of bounds. Almost made it back on the floor.
Well, they need a 1.7-second play. Let's see if they have one.
They get it in. Harrison will heave. It looked good from where we sit, but it comes off, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half of play. PRP 27, J-Town 13 up on our scoreboard. We'll step aside for a break as well. Come back on the other side, and we'll break it all down for you in our halftime. Stick with us. More Louisville basketball game night upcoming on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time while I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Welcome to Holy Smokes Barbecue.
At Holy Smokes Barbecue, our pitmasters smoke up mouth-watering ribs, chicken, brisket, mutton, and more. From sandwiches to full dinners, with a complete list of sides and desserts. Holy Smokes Barbecue. Just tell them that the man in the big white hat sent you.
Order up.
How's the pork chop taste?
It's pretty good. It's the best one I've ever had.
Holy Smokes Barbecue. Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, a tradition of corporate excellence and community service. For more, visit tfcfamily.com.
And back here at the Charles W. Miller Complex on the campus of PRP, as we are right in the midst of our halftime break here this evening. Justin Kalen, Mark Evans back alongside you. 27-13. the lead for PRP in this contest. It was a slow start for both of these teams, but, Coach, both of them started to come around. J-Town started to find some action as well late in that second half. I expect we'll see a different type of second half.
Well, it's hard to say, Justin. Part of it is if Jackson McCutcheon is back in the ball game and is taped up and ready to go, because he plays a big role when he turned an ankle there. Looked to be a turned ankle. But he'll probably, hopefully, will be back. As far as J-Town goes, they have to calm down. They have to make some shots. I mean, just very, very poor shooting percentage. We talked throughout the half. A lot of forced action. And without making any outside shots, without any ball movement to loosen up that defense, they're driving into a wall and forcing it up and taking a lot of bad shots, to be quite honest. And they're not being bailed out by the officials. But I feel the officials are doing a really nice job at this ball game.
Absolutely. It was a 14-6 lead for PRP after one. Now turned to 27-13 as we'll take a look at individual scoring real quick. Then come back on the other side. We'll take a look at your team stats. Tristan Warfield led the way for PRP with 8 points. 6 of them coming in the first quarter of play. 7 points for Jackson McCutcheon, the player you just named. 5 points for Kewan Shepard, 4 for Nico Jenkins, and 3 for Keon Gray. For J-Town, only 4 guys finding the scoring column. Davon Harrison led the way with 5. 4 points for Complaye, 3 points for Demir Clark, and 1 point for LaRon Westmoreland. By the way, tonight's scoreboard is presented by Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering. Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you. 7508 Preston Highway. You can call them today at 502-968-5657. We'll step aside for a break here, come back on the other side, and we will bring you the first half team statistics. Stick with us for that. Louisville basketball game night continues next on Glycod.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
You cannot depend on Carl to make peace with his seatbelt. Or on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup?
Or on Stephanie's perfect parking spot to stay perfect. But you can depend on their car starting because they have Interstate batteries. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Innovation is what allowed us to reach for the stars. And now, to reach for the ignition without changing your oil for what feels like forever. Introducing Oil Guard, a Ferris exclusive. This innovative Vanguard oil system lets you go 5 times longer between oil changes. Along with Ferris's patented suspension system, you'll cut faster, mow longer, and reduce maintenance.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
And back here, Charles W. Miller Complex at PRP. Justin Kalen and Mark Evans back alongside you. Coach, we've got to get some first half stats out of the way before we get to this second half. Tonight's halftime stats are brought to you by German American Bank. Support your community school with a German American school spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for more info. Coach, let's go ahead and take a look at those team stats.
Well, they're crazy to look at. It's definitely been either a poor shooting or a great defensive game tonight. Let's start with the visiting J-Town Chargers. They were 3 of 7 from the field for 11%, 0 of 3 from the 3 for 0%, and 7 of 11 for 64% from the free throw line. As far as PRP, they were much better, but not great, and that was 7 of 26 from the field for 27%, 2 of 9 from the 3 for 22%, but 11 for 13 from the free throw line for 85%, and that makes up the biggest part of your difference. But J-Town's going to have to figure it out. They're going to have to get this defense moving a little bit of PRP and get some gaps.
Well, let's see how they attack things here as they will start off with the basketball. The Chargers of J-Town in black, PRP in the white jerseys, as immediately a turnover as that one poked out of there by Keon Gray.
Well, PRP came out in a 2-3 zone, it looked to be, or they just might naturally been matched up, but I do believe they came out 2-3 zone with that length.
Good to see Jackson McCutcheon back out there, although still a little hobbled.
Yeah, that's good to see him out there. Good to see him toughen up, get taped up, and play on.
Here he is with it. Strong cross-court pass to Jenkins. Down low, Warfield lays it up and in. Warfield now with 10 points. First player in double figures in this game.
Well, PRP that time on the offensive sec just looked smooth, and J-Town looked like they were a little bit on a break.
Now this one floated up and in by Davion Glenn. Good answer.
J-Town's coming out, picking up full man, just to make them work the ball a little bit, hoping for maybe a possible turnover, or at least keep PRP out of their sets.
Harrison sticking to Jenkins, and Jenkins now able to get it out for McCutcheon, who knocks down his second, so he's going to join his teammate Tristan Warfield in double figure.
Yeah, there's nothing like having a 6'9" that can pass, that can post it up or hit the three or make the pass.
Now a three on the other end comes off. McCutcheon with a rebound and favoring that ankle as he comes up the floor.
He might just want to trail the play, Justin, so he can get the wide open three.
Not a bad strategy. Yeah.
Might be playing possum.
As Keon Gray, another one up and in. He's got 5 now in the game.
3 for 3 for the Panthers starting off the half. That's not a good thing for the Chargers.
It's pretty good, right?
Yeah, pretty good.
As now Harrison will try to answer. That 3 comes off, but falls right into the hands of Davion Glenn, who gets another bucket. So scoreless in the first half. 4 points here in this third for Davion Glenn.
J-Town almost got him. They pulled up in the corner. PRP did, and they got a quick trap, but he got out of it. Had good composure.
Kewan Shepard going to back it up towards the timeline. Now over into the hands of Jenkins.
Run that high-low set.
And Jenkins, Complier pokes it out of there. Now he'll go in against McCutcheon. That one no good, but Westmoreland the stick back. Certainly more inspired basketball to start this second half for the Chargers.
A couple balls are falling in the basket for them. That helps too.
Now a turnover on the other end. With that, Coach Kinley wants a timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll sneak away for one as well. Stick with us. More Louisville Basketball Game Night upcoming on Glycod.
Blunt Dental Group is a high-quality, family-owned dental practice. We are committed to educating our patients, as well as investing in the latest technology to provide more efficient dental care. Our team of licensed dentists and hygienists includes 2010 male high graduate Tyler Blunt, located in the heart of Linden at 8013 New LaGrange Road, Suite 6. For an appointment, call 502-425-7068 or go online at bluntdentalgroup.com. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycon.
For the latest updates on all things high school athletics, including continuous score updates, visit glycod.com. We really enjoy what we do and appreciate your support. Justin Kalen back here alongside Coach Mark Evans, as it is a 34-19 lead for PRP coming out of the timeout. Coach Kinley calling that timeout, though, Coach, as they let the Chargers get a few buckets here in this third quarter, gaining a little momentum.
I think there's more concern, Justin, about the 3 turnovers that they had. Got a little bit casual with the ball, and we've not seen that from them. And if you get casual with the ball around the quickness of J-Town, you'll be giving up layups. I think you just need to remind them that there's still a lot of game to be played.
We lead by 15, as it will be J-Town inbounding the basketball as Keon Gray going over to the sideline. Zach Goodman, wearing number 24 in white, comes back in as Davion Glenn gets that ball tipped as he tried to throw it in and taken away by Goodman.
Yeah, J-Town just can't afford for those types of mistakes. You break to the ball and get the ball in bounds.
It's a good look there for Goodman, but he can't knock it down. And back to the Chargers it goes. Coach Duncan wants his team to snag that rebound and push it up the floor.
Well, J-Town's getting their opportunities this beginning of this half, but, they have to capitalize. Plus, they got to get some stops. They so far they've not proven that they can stop PRP from scoring.
Let's see if they can get some points up on the board themselves here. Start to make a move to claw back into this game as Complaye tried to float it over the top for Westmoreland, and it goes a little too far out of bounds.
Yeah, a lot of frustration, and like I said, they're just not getting the ball movement they need, and they're not getting any screening that they need if they're trying to get the ball inside. No high lows, and it's just been awful tough. The defense has been awful tough on J-Town tonight.
Here is Jenkins going to work and somehow gets that one up and in and draws the foul.
Yeah, that's a man going in there that time. He was strong. He went through arm and all.
Impressive finish there by Nako Jenkins. See if he converts a three-point play here. And he does. So 7 points now in the game for Jenkins. It's a 37-19 ball game. PRP continues to push that lead out. Davion Glenn will look for the answer. That comes up empty. And they're going to roll that ball. Was last touched by McCutcheon. McCutcheon threw a little bit of a fit. Now the ref's going to change the call. McCutcheon went to give him a fist bump.
They're trying to pick up, but it's not really an organized press. It's just one-on-one.
Now Warfield being hounded down low. And a three-pointer knocked in that time by Shepard.
That's how they get them anymore, inside out. Wide open wing shot.
PRP continues to extend their lead. Really impressive outing for them here in this one. As the shot comes up short, but lands right in the hands of Complaye, who knocks it down.
Yeah, every basket's a big basket for J-Town right now. They're hanging in there. They're going to have to do something these next 3 minutes if they're even going to be in the ball game going into the fourth quarter.
We're going to get a full timeout here with the score line 40-22. We'll step aside for a break as well. Stick with us. More Louisville basketball game night coming up on the other side on Glycon.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech 24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Tech 24, a commercial food service repair company. Find out how you can train for a rewarding career and earn top pay and benefits by visiting mytech24.com.
Back here at PRP High School, Louisville basketball game night inside the Charles W. Miller Complex here at PRP. Justin Kalen, Mark Evans back alongside you as PRP has built an 18-point advantage, 40-22. It was higher than that, but thanks to a Prince Complier 3 prior to that timeout, made it a little closer. Now let's see how PRP responds.
Well, they responded well that time. It was a quick trap by J-Town. Smart, just a little running jump, but they skipped across the court, PRP did, to get a wide open opportunity.
Now driving in the lane and another tough finish once again by Nico Jenkins. So he's now up to 9 points in the game and another 3 by Complier. Makes it 42-25. Jenkins looking for McCutcheon. Now on top for Shepard.
Yeah, J-Towns went to a 3-2 or a 1-2-2 zone right now. Hoping to set something up, get a turnover, and hoping that PRP will settle for some bad outside shots.
I nearly got that turnover there as Demir Clark jumps the passing lane, but it lands out of bounds. As Davon Harrison will come to the sideline and a pass inside for McCutcheon, blocked away. Westmoreland with his hand on it, but McCutcheon keeps it alive. And he will have a couple free throws upcoming, and he is fired up down low after that effort. Demir Clark, the guilty party on the foul with 2:12 remaining here in this third quarter.
Yeah, that was tough. He's battling in there, boy. He's a fighter. He's good. He's tough.
First one up and in.
When you're that strong under the basket and you can get to the line, it's really important to be able to make free throws, and he can do that also. He shoots 80% from the free throw line, Justin. That's pretty daggone good.
PRP has shot very well as a team from the free throw line tonight.
Yes, they have. That'll win your region tournament.
Absolutely.
And you got to get there, too, and they're getting there tonight.
As McCutcheon will knock down a pair.
See, I don't always jinx them, Justin.
I was going to call you out for it, but I figured I'd let it ride. That's now J-Town. Inside for Westmoreland on the turnaround. Good-looking bucket there.
Yes, it was. Pretty little baseline turnaround. Little fade to it. Hard to guard. Hard to block, anyway.
That's his second field goal here in this third quarter.
J-Town's looking to run and jump. Looking for trapping opportunities and reading lanes.
Clay Gabriel with getting trapped but able to get it out. Now he gets it right back.
You know, other than the first 3 turnovers that PRP had in this quarter, they're handling this pressure pretty well. Till then.
Thought they were going to get him for a travel. No such call. Coach Duncan wanted it.
They did get him for a travel.
Oh, I thought they just lost it out of play.
Oh, did they lose it out of bounds?
I thought they lost it.
Not bad.
Now in the hands of Complier. Couple of threes here in this third quarter.
Yeah, a lot of dribble. Like to see a little bit more movement.
On top now for Glenn, who drives in and floats it up. Rebounded by Goodman.
Nice looking floater, just didn't go in.
McCutcheon will come back forward. Now he quickly gets it up the floor for Shepard. And Shepard inside will lose it.
We definitely see a sense of urgency from J-Town. They're really getting after it. They're creating pressure.
They're going to get Westmoreland for the foul there. With 1:05 left here in this third quarter, 44-27. As McCutcheon now outside, loses it out of play. They're going to say last touched by the Chargers here.
Yeah, that inbound play, Justin, they were looking for McCutcheon to go high-low to let's see, he came out of the ball game, so I missed him.
Inside for McCutcheon, who goes up and in.
Beautiful jump hook off that left shoulder.
Stealing it here in this third quarter. Now 14 points for the game. 7 of them coming here in this third. That ball batted around, and Blye had to wait for a PRP player to touch it, but they're going to roll he touched it first, so it's going to be a backcourt violation.
Yeah, he probably could have got by with that, just playing that out as a tip. And I think he sold himself out that time.
Ron Westmoreland coming over to the J-Town sideline. Looks like Trayon Mobley, the junior, coming back on the floor. Inbounds here for McCutcheon. His 3. That one a little long. And rebounded inside, and we're going to get a foul off of the rebound with 38.5 seconds left in the quarter.
Yeah, J-Town did a nice job that time of finding the weak side block on the long shot by McCutcheon from the left side corner.
Tristan Warfield making his way back out onto the floor, as does Jaden Andrews.
I give him McCutcheon a pretty well-earned break, I'd say.
Absolutely. He's played amazing here in this third quarter.
See what PRP's in. They look to be in 2-3. No, it's switching man. Never mind. They're switching out of everything. They're switching man.
Blye will try another one. That one comes up short. Faulkner, though, battling for the rebound and gets the stick back.
Well, there's no give up by J-Town. They're fighting.
First points of the game for Faulkner as we're down to 10
press,
seconds.
2-2-1 press. Looking for the trap.
And quickly up for Gabriel. He'll hand this one off for Goodman, who will draw the foul with 1.8 seconds left in the quarter.
Well, PRP handled that extremely well. It was a 2-2-1 press. They made a perfect diagonal pass, and then they filled on the opposite side for the layup foul.
As it is going to be Zach Goodman heading to the free throw line here. This is the first.
Yeah, PRP hasn't missed many free throws tonight.
Oh, what's that, their third?
3 or 4 maybe.
One more try here for Goodman to try to make this a 48-29 game, and he does. First points of the game for Zach Goodman. And the heave is going to come up short, and that'll bring us to the end of quarter number 3. Fourth and final quarter upcoming on the other side. Stick with us. More Louisville basketball game night action coming up on Glycod.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
Back here at PRP High School, Charles W. Miller Complex for your Louisville Basketball Game Night, where it has been all PRP in this one. 47-29 they lead as we come into the fourth quarter here. Justin Kalen, Mark Evans back alongside you. And, Coach, a little more inspired play there by J-Town in that third quarter, but PRP just playing with too much here tonight.
Well, definitely a sense of urgency by J-Town without a doubt. But basically the bottom line is they scored a lot better, J-Town did. They were 7 of 13 from that quarter, but the problem is they gave up 7 on the other side. So you just can't give up 7 goals and trade them now when you're down as far as they are. So it's going to take a miraculous comeback tonight.
They're outscored in that third quarter, 20-16 were the Chargers, as Warfield's first free throw is left short. If I'm not mistaken, he was perfect from the free throw line prior to that one, as now he misses another one. But the offensive rebound kept alive.
Yeah, just need a little bit of lift on this shot, just a little bit long. Push, looking high-low. They really like really like McCutcheon and Warfield high-low.
Cutchin's made a number of really good passes down low.
Yes, he does.
To Warfield tonight.
And you can't fall off of them and double down because they knock down the 3 off the top.
McCutcheon posting up for Warfield.
Yeah, the train rolls a little bit. High screen. J-Town's still playing quality man-to-man. J-Town's done a nice job inside, really overall, battling that high-low.
A minute through this fourth quarter.
Yeah, but PRP's done a great job of controlling the ball and running the clock till then.
Ends up in a wild shot for Kewan Shepard. Now dropped down low, laid up and in by Faulkner.
That's how you want to start if you're J-Town. Got to have a lot more of that, though. Got to have stops.
Cutchin receives the inbounds. Now a quick outlet up all the way to the bucket. Can't convert, but a free throw situation coming up for Keon Gray. It'll be a pair of them.
Can't get any better than that against that press.
That was quick.
Well, great. You have McCutcheon down there because they know they can't keep him from getting the ball. He's a great passer. He pivots. They run the middle. They cut the middle. They catch the pass. They hit the weak side diagonal on the block, and it's a layup foul. Picture perfect.
Gray's first free throw, no good.
Yeah, they're hurting their percentage. Thought they might be up over 80 tonight. That would be the only high shooting percentage we have, though.
It's now Gray with one more try here. He will hit the second one.
PRP just remains in their quality man-to-man.
Davon Harrison set the check back in the game here. That's Davion Glenn with it. And Playa has it now.
J-Town's done a much better job of moving the ball from side to side. They're getting better shots, but they have to go in.
That three-pointer was missed by Brenton Clark. Is the ball going to go back to PRP off the deflection? But we're going to have a conference amongst our officials.
Yeah, I think it's going to stay with Nope.
Wow. J-Town adamant that it was their basketball, but they're going to resume action here.
J-Town remains in the press. They have to. They have to create turnovers.
And now coming across the timeline with it is Jenkins. Feeds it off to McCutcheon, who finishes.
Well, Justin, when you're talking early about teams pressing teams that can run the court like that, and we talked about both of them are quick, PRP definitely has a number against the press tonight. They really handle it well. Makes it tough for J-Town to even think about getting back in this ball game.
Down to 5:30 left here in this ball game.
And that high-low set again. Looking to come off the high screen.
Down to Warfield on the step through. Gets his own stick back try, though, and he'll get fouled.
Hit an excellent up and under. Then I thought he might have taken a step on the next one, but he got fouled. Let's see him hit free throws.
Coach Duncan wanted an explanation. The official says got him with the body. 5:22 left, 50-31. And now they're going to give Coach Duncan a warning. Fired up.
That's a frustrating game. It's a frustrating thing when you're dealing against that kind of size and you don't have any advantages and you're fighting for your players. It's tough.
And he's going to end up settling for a full timeout here with 5:22 left. His team trailing 50-31. We'll slide in a break ourselves. You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night here from PRP on Glycod.
Go ahead. Pour it on. As thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering. Serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham. Always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
Back here at PRP High School inside the Charles W. Miller Complex. Great venue here at PRP, and a great night for Louisville basketball. Game night, Justin Kalen, Mark Evans back alongside you. Mark, just wish we had a little bit of a better game thus far. 50-31, PRP leading. J-Town's tried to claw back in, but every time they inch closer, Panthers have always had that answer.
Great fight. Coach Kinley's got a nice night to relax and enjoy the show, and Coach Duncan's headed work cut out for him, no doubt about it, and it's a tall mountain to climb with 5:22 to go.
Oh, wait a minute, Coach. You did this for a long time. You were roaming those sidelines. Even in a game like this, you don't have time to relax as a coach, right?
Yeah, well, you're never comfortable, but I just wanted to get Coach Kinley's name in there because they haven't talked about much tonight.
1981 alumni of PRP, so a program he knows well. Spent, I want to say, 37 years as an assistant coach, so been around here a long time.
Yeah, he does a fantastic job. He coached under one of the best coaches I've ever been around, and he just followed in his footsteps, and he's his own self, but he has a lot of the old PRP. They do the same things.
Now the inbounds here for Warfield. Dale Mabry, the coach you're talking about there.
Yeah, I stole a lot of things from Coach Mabry over the years. Learned a lot from him. He was always I was a girls coach, but he always made sure he had time to talk to me about different defenses and offenses. He was a great one, or is a great one.
Won a state championship here at PRP in 1989. That was a great year.
Yeah, he was. Was it your birthday or something?
The year I was born.
Yeah, I kind of thought that. It's terrible to be that young.
Good looking step through there and turnaround. But unable to knock it home was Britton Clark, and now a takeaway and a foul following that. As it'll go against Britton Clark.
Yeah, it was a little late. It was a little late call, and it created the takeaway, and the official called himself and finished it out.
They call that on Kewan Shepard, excuse me. As here is Demir Clark with the basketball. They try to drive in on McCutcheon. I wouldn't advise that, and that's why. As Warfield comes down with a board, and then he's fouled.
McCutcheon and Warfield do a nice job of keeping the ball, standing tall, and just hard to get anything called when you do that.
Coach, you surprised that McCutcheon's still out there? PRP leading by 20.
Yeah.
Got a little limp on that ankle.
Well, I'm not really surprised. I think coaches know what they're doing and know why they're doing what they're doing, and I think they're probably going to play him till about the next maybe minute or so, and then I think you'll see him come out. But Justin, he's a big part of this because with all the pressure that J-Town's putting on him, he's their pressure release.
Yeah.
They like to go to him because he's a big. They can't do anything with him, then he passes out of it.
Yeah, they've utilized him a lot in the backcourt, trying to break that press, as we'll get a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here through this one as it's a 51-31 ball game. And a quick timeout at that as J-Town already making their way back out onto the floor.
Well, you just, if you're Coach Kinley, you just don't want to end ugly. You pull the big boy out and take away the press release, and you get about 3 or 4 turnovers in a row. Yeah. This is a region rival. You really need to send a message. I think that's what you're doing.
Does that affect your team moving forward when you end a game like that?
Ugly? Yeah. It should be a great taste of a great game and throw it away.
Mm-hmm.
There's just that bad feeling to it. I've been there and done that before on both ends of it, so I'm kind of know the feeling one way or the other.
That's PRP set to inbound here. Jenkins gets it into McCutcheon. Now on top, Shepard with it.
See how they're using him too, Justin. They don't care about his offense right now. They just care about his ability to move the ball for him. They're able to run clock, and they always have a tall hand to throw it to.
And trying for the trap here, or the Chargers. They're going to get called for a foul, so it'll be free throws, as that is their 5th one. Free throws the rest of the way for PRP. We've still got 4:09 left in the game.
Well, at this point in time, as we've talked about, with the 5 foul rule per quarter, once you get yourself down this far, there is no coming back because two free throws are easy.
Unless they miss them like that one.
They'd have to miss a lot, Justin.
Seems like the last about quarter or so, they have missed a lot.
They missed more than they made.
As Jenkins gets that second one to fall. Now losing it inbounds is Davon Harrison, but they're going to roll a foul. That's number 3 called against PRP so far in the quarter. Glenn has to go cross court to get this ball inbounds. Now Complaye driving in. He'll dish it out for Harrison, who passes up the 3. Floats it up and in.
Yeah, very nice. Unselfish basketball. Nice little kick, nice little runner.
First points of the half for Harrison, who's now got 7.
J-Town got a bad break that time. They PRP threw into a trap, and the ball just bounced the wrong way off of J-Town's player.
Zach Goodman will get set to trigger the inbounds here as he gets it in for Shepard.
Yeah, you see how they're using McCutcheon. He's always up on top. He's a release.
He is with it.
Absolutely. They're just running clock.
Is that the goal here?
Yeah, they're just going to run clock, and they're practicing for another day, and a 4-point lead with a minute or so to go.
Coach Kinley had to do a little bit of a back bend to avoid getting hit with the ball there. Nice nimble move over on that PRP sideline. Now he just says, I'm out of here. I'm moving.
These kids will keep you young and flexible, I guess.
As inbound for Warfield, as he's going to be fouled from behind by Faulkner. So Warfield to go back to the free throw line for a pair. Warfield started out this game with his hair on fire from the free throw line, but he struggled here in his last several trips there.
Yeah, they struggled this last quarter, no doubt about it. But with the lead that they have, it's almost unsurmountable.
This is both of them here as they remain in control by 19. 3 minutes left here for your Louisville basketball game night coverage, as we're going to get a foul. As Complaye went up for the shot there.
Definitely raked across his arms on his pull-up.
See if he can knock down a couple of them here, as that was the 4th foul against PRP. So free throws the rest of the way on every foul.
Justin, we might be here a while tonight. Once you hit that 5 mark with 3 minutes to go and both teams are as aggressive as they are, the one thing that's helping us is PRP's running clock right now.
Yeah. As Complaye hits the second, or actually hits both of them. So he's now got 12 points in the game, and now the Chargers with a turnover. Complaye will fire the 3. And rebounded once again by Warfield, but taken out of there by Davion Glenn. And now McCutcheon, look at that, getting on the ground. As this is going to be a jump ball. And our official looks back at the scores table. Where we're set up tonight, we can't see the arrow, so we're going to have to trust what they say, and it's going to stay with J-Town.
Yeah, it's no turnover there, so it stays with J-Town.
Now Glenn gets it taken away. Quickly down the floor on the nice finish there by Nako Jenkins.
It was a great finish. You take your layups no matter how much you're up. Yes, you got to continue to be the aggressor. For a different day, that makes a big difference.
Jenkins with 8 second-half points, now 12 for the game. 3 players for PRP in double figures. And they've only got 54 up on the scoreboard, so very impressive performances from those three. And really the whole of the team tonight. I've been very impressed with this PRP team.
Yeah, I've been very impressed with them also. I know that Butler's got him. I think Manuel's got him. And I think one other team might have beaten them. But anyway, I don't see, they're definitely one of the better teams I've seen play.
Jenkins now with under 2 to play. They're going to continue to try to run clock on top the perimeter as McCutcheon tried to feed it down low for Warfield as it's knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, Justin, the only thing I see with PRP is maybe a little bit more on the outside shot work, but man, they do a lot of good things in every other way.
Bounding here for Warfield as he'll float it up, but that comes off. Poirier coming back the other direction, leaves it out. Davion Glenn converts.
Seems like we've said his name quite a few times tonight too, haven't we?
Absolutely. Just 6 points, but he's done a lot of really nice things for J-Town. As that deficit down to 17, but we've got 80 seconds left to play here in this one. Jenkins spins in the lane. How about that finish?
Beautiful pull-up.
That was fancy as he's now got 10 here in this second half alone. And McCutcheon coming down with a rebound as we're down to a minute. Quickly up for Jenkins. That ball batted around, picked up by Warfield, and he's going to be called for the travel.
Yeah, actually, PRP's turned the ball over quite a few times this second half. I think they've turned it over about 9 times the first half. So, been a lot of turnovers in this game that started where there was very few.
Jeremiah Sloss, a sophomore, coming onto the floor now for J-Town. Stand corrected, Sloss is a junior at 5'7". You've also got number 11, Stephen Payton, a junior, coming onto the floor for J-Town. As Complaye will come out. Now here is Glenn, under 50 seconds to play. Inside, that shot misses, rebounded by Warfield. McCutcheon back to Warfield. They've got to get it across. And now they do, fortunately. And it looks like PRP just going to try to dribble this thing out as we're down to 20 seconds left. On top of McCutcheon, down to 15.
You see the advantage of having that 6'9" player out there, don't you?
Yeah. As we are going to get a foul called here. And it'll be Jenkins going to the free throw line. A host of substitutions coming in for PRP at the scorer's table. It's going to be Avery Mosey, a 5'5" freshman, coming in wearing number 10. I think I saw number 32, Nick Kalin, a 6'4" senior. No relation to me. Jaden Harris, a 6'7" junior, also coming onto the floor. Jaden Andrews back out there as well. And number 25, Armani Cheeks, a 6'1" sophomore, also checking in. As both free throws missing by Jenkins, and now Jenkins going to foul so Mosey can get in the game. As that'll lead to free throws for J-Town here with 8.6 seconds left. Well, it should have resulted in free. Now the officials realize it. They're about to give him a baseline out of bounds pass.
Yeah, we've been in the double bonus or whatever you want to call it for the last 3.5, 4 minutes.
As the free throw up and in here. Make sure to keep it with us following the game as we'll bring you a full post game, give you some most outstanding players as well. As both free throws up and in by Faulkner. Faulkner with 6 second half points as we're down to 6 seconds, and Chargers not giving up. They got all those young guys in, Coach. They're hungry to make a name for themselves.
Absolutely. You take every minute you can get. You always hope you have the coach's eye in the right way.
All inbounded for Mosey, who's just going to dribble it out. And that's going to do it here from PRP High School. They get it done in a big way. 56-39, a nice win for Coach Kinley and his squad, as PRP will move up to 14-3 on the season. J-Town will fall down to 12-4. We'll step aside for a break here, come back on the other side, and we'll break it all down in your post-game. Stick with us. Your Louisville basketball game night coverage continues on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
Check it. Ooh. Oh, no.
Need a better battery? Get an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Should have had an Interstate.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville. Blunt Dental Group is a high-quality, family-owned dental practice. We are committed to educating our patients, as well as investing in the latest technology to provide more efficient dental care. Our team of licensed dentists and hygienists includes 2010 Male High graduate Tyler Blunt, located in the heart of Linden at 8013 New LaGrange Road, Suite 6. For an appointment, call 502-425-7068 or go online at bluntdentalgroup.com. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time. While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by the Army National Guard. Protect what matters most to you. Visit your nearest National Guard recruiter or NationalGuard.com.
Back here at PRP, where we have wrapped up our game this evening, a final score of 56-39 in favor of PRP, as they will move up to 14-3 on the season. J-Town will fall to 12-4. Justin Kalen, Coach Mark Evans back here alongside you. Coach, pretty fun game tonight. Not really the way we thought it was going to go, but all around a great performance by PRP here in this one.
Yeah, I think you have to hats off to PRP tonight, Justin. I was impressed with them in every way. They never let J-Town get into any kind of rhythm. They never gave up any easy shots, and J-Town had a hard time making the outside shot, and that pretty much said that sealed the coffin more or less. But yeah, I expected us coming in tonight with an even slate. I thought it was going to be an overtime game, but J-Town's going to go back and get to work and come up with some things that they can do against that size and that talented size of PRP.
Yeah, no doubt, region opponents, so they're going to have to be ready for it potentially in the future as well. And it started early tonight for PRP in this one. They led 14-6 after one quarter, extended that up to 27-13 at half. Took a 47-29 lead into the fourth quarter before ultimately winning it 56-39. We'll step aside for a break here, come back on the other side, and we'll bring you your final statistics from this one. Stick with us for that. We'll have it on the other side. You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night here on Glycod.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a side of ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech 24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
Blunt Dental Group is a high-quality, family-owned dental practice. We are committed to educating our patients, as well as investing in the latest technology to provide more efficient dental care. Our team of licensed dentists and hygienists includes 2010 male high graduate Tyler Blunt, located in the heart of Linden at 8013 New LaGrange Road, Suite 6. For an appointment, call 502-425-7068 or go online at bluntdentalgroup.com. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles.
Blind Direct, not just blinds. Blind Direct, not just blinds.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time. While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the Kentucky Army National Guard. Serve your country while going to school or work full-time. Find your fit at nationalguard.com.
And back here at the Charles W. Miller Complex on the campus of PRP, where we have wrapped up our Louisville basketball game night, at least the game portion, as it was a 56-39 win for the Panthers of PRP over the J-Town Chargers. Justin Kalen, Mark Evans back here alongside you, and we've got to bring you your final statistics for tonight. Tonight's final stats are brought to you by German American Bank. Support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for more info. Allowing Coach to get a little more time to add up his team statistics here, so I'll go ahead and give you your individual numbers. First for the J-Town Chargers, Prince Complaye led the way with 12 points, 8 of those coming in the second half. 7 points for Davon Harrison, the J-Town point guard. 6 points for Davion Glenn, 6 as well for Brayon Faulkner, who provided some really good minutes off the bench. LaRon Westmoreland with 5 points and 3 points for Demir Clark here in this one. For PRP, they had 6 guys find the scoring column, 3 of them in double figures. Jackson McCutcheon led the way with 16 points. However, 9 of those came in the second half. 14 points for Nico Jenkins, as he had 10 of them in the second half of play. 11 points for Tristan Warfield, 8 points for Kewan Shepard, 6 points for Keon Gray, and 1 point for Zach Goodman. There's a look at your individual scoring. Coach, let's now take a look at our team scoring.
Okay, starting off, Justin, we'll look at that. As far as the J-Town Chargers go, they were 13 of 51 from the field, 2 of for 25%, 2 of 11 from the three-point line for 18%, and 11 of 16 from the free throw line for 69%. Not going to win you many ball games.
No.
For the PRP Panthers, they weren't stellar from the outside either tonight, but they were good enough to be strong. They were 17 of 50 for 34% from the field, 14 of 13 from the three-point line for 31%, and 18 of 27 for 67%. You know, I thought Panthers were definitely dominant in all ways. I will say, though, probably if they have an Achilles heel down the road, it could be three-point shooting, and they probably need to work on that a little bit.
Absolutely. There you go. There's a look at your team and individual statistics, all leading to a 56-39 win for PRP over J-Town. We'll step aside for one final break here this evening. Come back on the other side. We've got to bring you your most outstanding players. We'll also take a look at the upcoming schedule here on Glycod. All that coming up for you on the other side. Stick with us. One more segment of Louisville basketball game night coverage coming up next on Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time. While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
You're struggling with something in school. Sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Blind to wet, not just blind. Blind to wet, not just blind.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Waterson Trail in Louisville.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
And back here at the Charles W. Miller Complex on the campus of PRP, one final time this evening. Justin Kalen, Mark Evans back alongside you. And we've got to bring you your most outstanding players. Tonight's most outstanding players are brought to you by State Farm Insurance agent Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Coach, let's first start for the J-Town Chargers. We decided to go with Prince Complaye, but it was a tough decision for the Chargers in this one.
Yeah, they had a tough night all the way around. Prince probably was able to be the most productive on the team, and that's why we went with Prince.
And for PRP, 3 guys in double figures. We could have gone a number of different ways, but ultimately we decided on Jackson McCutcheon. 16 points for him, but it wasn't just that for me, Coach. It was him coming back out, playing through that ankle injury, continuing to lay it all on the line for his team.
Well, you know, he tweaked it right at the end of the first half, and they taped him up and got him right back out there. You got to give the kid a lot of credit. But, you know, it's not about his scoring so much as his passing and his ability to move the ball and rotate the ball for their offense. I think, you know, he was a difference maker because with him, they ran a solid offense, and I think J-Town all night long had a hard time getting in any kind of a set.
Yeah, no doubt. So there are your most outstanding players. Now let's take a look at our upcoming schedule presented by Operation Parent. They're equipping and empowering parents with the tools needed to face the issues challenging today's youth. To learn more about their services, visit operationparent.org. As we take a look at that schedule now, we've got some good action coming up on Glycod. So if you're looking for any high school basketball action throughout the area, make sure to tune in to Glycod. We'll likely have the coverage for you in that game. So shout out to everyone at Glycod for making these broadcasts possible. Before we get out of here, I do want to give some shout outs and thank yous are in order. First off to the athletic director here at PRP, Nick Waddell, for having us in, getting us set up in a great spot to be able to bring you all this contest. Also, executive producer for Glycod, Steve Bird, as always, getting us the information to be able to bring you all this game with all the things that we would need. Our on-site producer for this game, Jeff Cooper, keeping us up and running and doing a great job as always. We had Max Gorley on camera for us this evening. And, Coach, of course, you appreciate working with you again. Before we get out of here, any final thoughts?
I loved it. It was great being back to PRP. Some of my close friends, the AD here and the AD before him here. Great to see them. It's always great to work with you, Justin, and Jeff. It makes it fun.
Absolutely, as that'll wrap up our coverage for the evening. Your final score one more time. PRP gets it done, 56-39. From inside the Charles W. Miller Complex, alongside Mark Evans, this is Justin Kalen saying so long and good night. You've been watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been UA Local 502 Louisville Basketball Game Night. UA Local 502, they do it right the first time. Tonight's game was brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. The Army National Guard, where the next greatest generation is now. German American Bank, building our community together. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. IBEW Local 369, power up your potential. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles. State Farm Insurance Agent Mike Shelton, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And Holy Smokes Barbecue.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcasts, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.